Hello, good afternoon. Have you ever wanted to book a cruise but didn't because you were so afraid that you didn't quite know the steps to go about doing it? Well, hello, my name is Trevor Treat, and after my presentation today, each and every one of you will be able to book a Carnival Cruise Line using their simple steps in booking. Those steps are 2 source options for booking cruises, 2 payment options for booked cruises, 2 options for the required identifications, and many options for fun. I want all of you to close your eyes and picture yourself in paradise. The nice gentle breeze, the white sandy beaches, the crystal clear blue water, a hammock strung up between 2 palm trees, or a lounge chair underneath a hut or an umbrella on the beach. Now open your eyes. Many of you, as I described, imagined paradise as being something similar in this picture. Well, Carnival Cruise Lines can take you to paradise. How do I know? Well, I've been on 12 cruises with Carnival since 2005. That's the equivalent of 51 days at sea. I absolutely love cruising. It's my vacation of choice. It's been our family's vacation of choice ever since 2005, as you can tell. Now, aren't cruises only for the wealthy, you may ask? Absolutely not. Cruises are for everyone. Now, there's simple steps for booking with Carnival Cruise Lines, as I mentioned earlier. Those steps are your source options, your payment options, your identification options, and your options for fun. So let's look at the source options that you have for booking a Carnival cruise. You can use one of 2 options here. You could use a travel agent. You can go through an agency, have a travel agent help you choose your vacation, your destination, your sail date, and your length of your cruise. And you can go that route if you choose. Now, I caution each and every one of you, because travel agencies and or individual travel agents may have a booking fee or a fee that they charge you for doing the work for you. Now, the second option that you have in booking a Carnival cruise is going through the Carnival Cruise Line's website. This option is the option that I have chosen every time we've booked those 12 cruises since 2005. It's very simple, it is easy, there are no fees that are charged going through their website. Now we know the 2 options of your sources for booking a Carnival cruise. Let's look at your payment options for booking cruises. Well, once your cruise is booked, you have 2 options. You may pay for the booked cruise in full at the time of the booking, if you are able to do so. That's one less, item that you have to worry about when it comes to actually going to the port and getting on the ship. The second option is paying a small deposit and then having a balance due on a future date. This option is the option that we choose because it works for us and it allows us to save as much money as we can without having to put the balance on a credit card, which of course will incur interest throughout the life of that charge. Now we know the payment options that Carnival offers for booked cruises. Let's look at the identifications required for boarding a Carnival cruise ship. The first option is a United States passport. U.S. passports are recognized all around the world. They are accepted all around the world as your personal identification. The second option you have is a United States state-issued driver's license and a state-issued birth certificate. Both of these must be produced together in order to board the ship. Now you'll notice there's the stamp on that birth certificate. That birth certificate must have that stamp on it. So if you don't, you're going to need to get another copy with a stamp on that. Now those are the ones that we choose because until they require us to get a U.S. passport, we will be continuing to use the second option here of the driver's license and the birth certificate. Now, what are the options that you have for fun? Well, they are many. And when I say many, I mean many. The ones I had depicted up here show swimming pools, water slide. In this case, on this Carnival cruise ship, there's double water slides. There's mini golf. There's volleyball and basketball courts. There are Las Vegas style shows every night. There's a library on board in which I enjoy going to for about an hour every morning early before everyone else gets up. They also have a casino on board, and as I mentioned earlier, many, many more options for having fun. So you're not just having to choose between a handful or two handfuls of activities. So let's recap what I've told you already. Booking a Carnival Cruise Lines with Carnival Cruise Lines is simple, especially when knowing which steps to take. Where can you book a Carnival cruise? We talked about booking through a travel agent or directly on Carnival Cruise Line's website. What payment options you have? You can pay in full at the time of your booking, or you can pay a small deposit and pay a balance that's due at a future date. What identification is required to board? I mentioned the United States passport or your Texas or your state-issued driver's license and birth certificate. And the final step of what to do for fun. This is completely up to you. I suggest researching Carnival Cruise Line's website to see all of the amenities, all the activities, and all the fun things you can do while on board or even off the ship and on an excursion or whatever. So, as I was going through doing my research with Carnival Cruise Lines, I came across an illustration of the earliest couples cruise, which is depicted here in Noah's Ark with all the pair of animals on board. I appreciate your time. I thank you for allowing me to come and speak with you. I hope each and every one of you have learned something, and you should be able now to go out and book your own cruise with Carnival Cruise Lines. So thank you again, and bon voyage.